Both the article and this video about the Aston Martin DB5 and James Bond DB5 are suggested by our top reader Jane Watkins, due to Exeter, United Kingdom. Thank you, Jane. Let's get started. The Aston Martin DB5 is one of the most popular and it's very recognizable car in the world thanks to its role in the movies of James Bond. In this video, I'll talk about the DB5 as a model, what kind of engine it has, how many body types it was built back in the 60s, how many units, and in the second part I'll talk about James Bond's DB5.
DRO4CARS.com.
The Aston Martin DB5 is in production from 1963 to 1965. It's produced in just 1,021 units. The DB5 is a Grand Tour by car classification, as the most popular body style is two-door 2+2 coupe. The Aston Martin DB5 convertible is produced in some 123 units. Later, the DB5 Vantage is a cabrio version in production from 65 to 66. That was the very first Aston Martin model that bears the Vantage badge on it. I'll go back to this version in a few moments. And last but not least, the Aston Martin DB5 has a special two-door shooting brake version produced in only 13 units. The DB5 has an aluminium 4 liters inline 6-cylinder engine with 3 SU carburetors. The max power is 282 horsepower and the max speed is 233 km per hour or 145 miles per hour. The very first units of the DB5 are equipped with a 4-speed manual gearbox with an optionally available overdrive. Back in the years, the overdrive is a separate gearbox operated by a separate shift lever. Thus, the power is directly transmitted to the rear wheels, as back in the years, most of the cars are with rear-wheel drive as the Aston Martin DB5. With the development of the automotive industry, the overdrive gearbox is replaced with the fifth gear of a 5-speed transmission and the last gear of any older gearboxes. However, the 4-speed manual of the Aston Martin DB5 is used just in the beginning. Later, the DB5 uses a 46 mesh 5-speed ZF transmission. What do you think about the Italian cars? It doesn't really matter because around the 50s, 60s, most of the automotive design studios are in Italy, and some of these are still working, like Pininfarina Bertone as well as Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera. Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera is the design studio that designed the Aston Martin DB5. In the Italian, the Superleggera word means super light, and the DB5's body is made from magnesium alloy under that Superleggera patent of the studio. While I'm talking about Italian automotive design, let's jump into a Ferrari model from the 60s, just around the DB5 model for a brief comparison. A quick example of a Ferrari model from that period is the Ferrari 500 Superfast in production from 64 to 65. This model is designed by Aldo Brovarone at Pininfarina, so we can put even the design studios head to head. The body styles of the Aston Martin DB5 and the Ferrari 500 Superfast are similar. Long front bonnet, short roof line that nicely goes into the trunk. The main difference is the engine. What does make Ferrari a true Ferrari? The engine. What kind of engine does the 500 Superfast have? A V12. By the way, the Ferrari 500 Superfast is used as an inspiration for the one of Ferrari BR20 based on the GTC4 Lusso. You can watch the video up here maybe and read the article on DRO4CARS.com. Our links are in the description box below. More content is coming up. Subscribe now. Back to the Aston Martin DB5 and its equipment level that includes reclining seats, wool power carpets, electric windows, double fuel tanks, chrome wire wheels, and full leather interior. Now I'm going to show you all body versions of the DB5, including the DB5 Volante as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Before that, we have the Aston Martin DB5 Vantage, introduced in 1964. The DB5 Vantage uses 3 Weber carburetors. The camshaft is changed and thus the max power is increased to 330 horsepower at 5 and 500 RPM. Driving a car with 330 horsepower, no airbags, no ABS, no traction control will be phew. The Aston Martin DB5 Vantage is produced in only 65 units. The Aston Martin DB5 Convertible. The production of the Aston Martin DB5 Convertible is from 1963 to 1965. The DB5 Convertible is produced in only 123 units, as only 19 of them are made in left-hand drive. The factory Vantage engine is mounted in some 12 cars, as there is a rumor that at least one car is factory equipped with the DB6 Vantage engine. If you're looking for such rare models, there are even more rare options like the factory option, steel removable hardtop fitted by Works service before delivery to the client. DB5 shooting brake. The Aston Martin DB5 shooting brake was a custom factory-made model requested by Sir David Brown, who was an English industrialist and at some point owner of the car manufacturers Aston Martin and Lagonda. Back then it was a car brand and it was under ownership by Aston Martin from 1947. The Aston Martin DB5 shooting brake, which is produced in only 11 or 12 units, custom modified by independent body maker Harold Rutherford for Aston Martin. The DB5 shooting brake model also uses Triumph stylites just like the Aston Martin DB5 Volante and the Aston Martin DB6. Something interesting, an Aston Martin DB5 shooting brake model is sold for a record 1.765 million US dollars, or in British pounds 1.456 million in August 2019. Then the Aston Martin DB5 shooting brake model becomes the most valuable model in its class. Now it's the Volante time. The Aston Martin DB5 Volante is a convertible version in production for exactly 1 year, from October 1965 to October 1966. The DB5 Volante is also called short chassis, but only in comparison with, back then, the newcomer Aston Martin DB6. The Aston Martin DB5 Volante uses some of the DB6 features like the split front and rear bumpers, as well as the rear lights, which are originally from the Triumph TR4. Only these 37 DB5 Volante convertibles produced in that specific period are using the Volante badge. Later, the Volante name is given to all the Aston Martin convertibles, but not before October 1965. At the time of writing the Goldfinger novel in January and February 1958, Ian Fleming had chosen the Aston Martin DB Mark IV. During the production of the movie, the Aston Martin DB5 is the upcoming model, and here it is, one of the most popular cars in the world. The James Bond DB5 would be nothing without John Steers. He was the person who modified the Aston Martin DB5 to become James Bond's car. Now introducing James Bond's DB5 as it is in the movie. Now pay attention please. Windscreen, bulletproof as on the side and the rear window, revolving number plates, naturally valid all countries, audio-visual dashboard reception of the transmitting device, range 150 miles. Your defense mechanism control, smoke screen, all sealed, rear bulletproof screen, and left and right front wing machine guns. Now this I'm particularly keen about it. You see the gear lever here. Now if you take the top off, you'll find a little red button. Whatever you do, don't touch it. No, why not? Because you release this section of the roof and engage and fire the passenger ejector seat. Eject seat, you're joking. I never joke about my work 007. Get subscribed to the channel and join the DRO4CARS community on Patreon, buying all membership levels, make a custom pledge, and don't forget to subscribe via PayPal for $2.40 monthly. Now, thank you for your attention. Appreciate it. The Aston Martin DB5 Continuation model is also handmade in the way of the 60s and differs slightly from that one in the movie. Instead of oxygen, it sucks water, and by pressing the little red button on the gear level, it activates the machine guns on the wings. Moreover, the gearbox is 5-speed, and back in the Goldfinger movie, one of the very first DB5 is used with a 4-speed transmission. How much as an original Aston Martin DB5 worth? The asking prices for the DB5 are above $600,000 and the highest price is just above $1.4 million or exactly 1.25 million euro. That high price model is a red 1964 Aston Martin DB5 and it had 3 different owners. Also, the car needs some restorations to be made. By the way, there are several listings below $1 million in very good condition. If you're looking for a DB5, you may consider viewing some of these models. Some interesting facts. The first filming DB5 is stolen from its owner in Florida in 1997 and we don't know how much it will be worth nowadays. However, the second filming car DB5 with the original number plates is sold to Harvey Yegi by an auction house for $4.6 million in 2010. The first public Aston Martin DB5 belongs to Lumen Museum in The Hague, Netherlands. The second public DB5 is sold to an unknown buyer by an auction house for $6.4 million in August 2019. The Aston Martin DB5 continuation model is priced at 2.75 million British pounds, which would be approximately $3.66 million as there are only 25 units. It's a real size toy because the car is not road legal. So if you want to drive daily an Aston Martin DB5, it's nice to get one of the original ones. With the continuation model, some spare parts are available so that the restoration process would be easier. On DRO4CARS.com you will find a whole article with all information about the Aston Martin DB5 and all other technical information, as well as an image gallery of all DB5 versions. If you want to read about a modern British car, there is the 2016 Jaguar F-Pace, an article that I wrote just before the market launch in 2016, the European version. The link is below. Get subscribed to DRO4CARS channel, which will make it easy for me to work and create interesting automotive videos. You can suggest the next video if you buy yourself membership on the DRO4CARS Patreon page. Moreover, there you can watch the DRO4CARS videos ad-free. My will is to create an international worldwide automotive community, so invite your friends. On DRO4CARS you will find a PayPal option to support the DRO4CARS.com for as low as $2.40 monthly. I appreciate and thank you for your best way to support and helping DRO4CARS.com. By the way, if you like the video, this also helps. You can follow DRO4CARS on all social media. Our links are in the description box below. Thank you for watching this video. I'll be happy to see you in the next one. Thank you very much. My pleasure.